Hey everyone, Miss Debbie here. Thank you for coming to see me tonight in the privacy of your own home, where I come to you with your own special story time. And I thank you for that. I love having you. And don't forget to come to the library and see me. So, um, I hope my voice is okay. I had a little cold last week and I got laryngitis. But my friends here at the library said, "Oh, it's a good voice, but let's see how you like it after I tell you a few stories." So, okay, let's start. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? Hope you had a wonderful day. Every day is a wonderful day, no matter what the weather. Um, and whether it's warm or cold, although I do like the warm better than the cold. I just want to tuck in when it's cold. So let me get right into a cold weather story. This is called The Mitten. Now, this is based on an old Ukrainian folk tale, but this is retold by Jim Aylesworth, and it's illustrated by Barbara McClintock, The Mitten. And I think you're going to love this story. I love it. And what's not to like? A story is a story. So look at that mitten. I have mittens like this actually, and they're made out of that yarn. Some people know how to knit. I don't. Once upon a time, there was a happy little boy who loved to play. Yes, he did. In the spring, he loved to climb trees and peek at baby birds. And in the summer, he loved to chase the golden butterflies. So here is the happy little boy. He's cute, isn't he? I wonder what his name is. Maybe it's Miles. Does he look like Miles? In the spring, he loved to climb trees and peek at baby birds. There he is. And in the summer, he loved to chase the golden butterflies. In the autumn, he loved to play in piles and piles of golden leaves. And in the winter, he loved to play in the white, white snow. Sometimes it snows in the winter. And every winter, because she loved him, the little boy's grandmother would knit him a great warm woolen hat that he could pull down over his little ears. There's the hat. Sorry. Look at that. A long woolen scarf she also knitted that he could wrap 2 times around his little neck. And a pair of warm woolen mittens for his little hands. And on the cold, cold day of this story, the little boy dressed himself warmly in his hat and his scarf and his mittens, and he went outside to play. He played throwing snowballs, and he played making snow angels, and he played sledding down the hill. But do you see something? Here's his mittens in his pocket, and one fell out of his pocket. But when he at last came inside, it was discovered, that one of his mittens was lost. "Oh no," said the little boy. "Don't worry," said the grandmother. "We'll find it tomorrow. You've had enough of the cold for one day." Maybe you get sad when you lose something. I do. And because she loved him, she made him a mug of steaming hot cocoa. What's not to like? In the meantime, just while the little boy was sipping his hot chocolate, a squirrel came along and saw the lost mitten lying on the snow. "Brrr," said the squirrel. "My toes are cold as ice. This mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." So the squirrel crawled into the little boy's mitten to warm his toes. The squirrel found the mitten quite warm and very comfortable, and soon he was so nice and toasty in there that he fell sound asleep. And just then, along came a rabbit. "Brr," said the rabbit. "Let me come in." "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the rabbit. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." And the rabbit crawled in. It was a bit tight in there for two. Nevertheless, with a little budging over, they were able to manage. Oh, so cute. And very soon they were nice and toasty warm, and they fell sound asleep. But just then, along came a fox. A fox. "Brr," said the fox. "Let me come in." "No room," said the rabbit. "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged Mr. Fox. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "Oh, okay," said the rabbit. "Okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." And the fox squeezed in. It was really crowded in there now with three. Nevertheless, the mitten stretched out enough. And soon they were nice and toasty warm. But just when they had fallen sound asleep, along came a bear. Do you think the bear can fit in the mitten? "Brr," said the bear. "Let me come in." "No room," said the fox. "No room," said the rabbit. "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the bear. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "Oh, okay," said the fox. "Oh, okay," said the rabbit. "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." The bear squeezed and pushed and squeezed and pushed and squeezed and pushed until at last, I think he made it. He got himself in. Woohoo! It was very cramped in there with the four of them all squished together like that. Still, they were nice and toasty warm, and soon they all fell sound asleep. But just then along came a little mouse. "Brr," said the little mouse in a teeny tiny voice. "Let me come in." "No room," said the bear. "No room," said the fox. "No room," said the rabbit. "No room," said the squirrel. "Go away." "Please," begged the little mouse. "My toes are cold as ice. Your mitten looks so cozy, and warm toes would feel so nice." "We can't," said the bear. "Too full," said the fox. "No way," said the rabbit. "Impossible," said the squirrel. "Just go away." "Please," said the little mouse. "I'm just a little mouse." "Oh, okay," said the bear. "Oh, okay," said the fox. "Oh, okay," said the rabbit. "Oh, okay," said the squirrel. "You can come in." Do you see where he's squeezing in there at the bottom, right under the fox? And they all held their breath while the little mouse carefully squeezed into a teeny tiny spot. And for a minute, all was well, until suddenly the bear and the fox and the rabbit and the squirrel all had to take a great big deep breath of air. And as they did, the mitten burst apart and spilled them all out onto the snow. Wow. "What a shame," said the bear. "What a shame," said the fox. "What a shame," said the rabbit. What a shame, said the squirrel. Oh, it is, said the little mouse. A terrible, terrible shame. Then one by one, the mouse, the bear, the fox, the rabbit, and the squirrel all went off to find another place to warm their toes. In the morning, the little boy and his grandmother went out looking for the lost mitten, and soon they came upon the bits and pieces of yarn lying in the snow. Look at all the animal footprints around. What could have happened? Asked the little boy. Well, I have no idea, said the grandmother, but don't worry, I can knit another. And because she loved him, that's exactly what she did. The end. Isn't that the sweetest story? I love that story. And I hope you're a little boy or a little girl with 2 mittens. The end. Oh boy. So are we getting ready for bed? I like to sleep under 2 blankets. How about you? This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss before we go to bed. I think when your parents tuck you into bed and they stand in the door and then you can blow a kiss to each other. It always gets there. So I have another story tonight. And last week we read a book called Corduroy about a little bear. And this is called A Pocket for Corduroy. Same Little Bear by Don Freeman. I love corduroy stories. They're quite old. They're quite old books. I have to say, 1978 is when they were written. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always on such trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very, very busy place at this hour. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. Corduroy waited patiently, and then he suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." Do you keep things in your pockets? Every kid likes pockets. Pockets, said Corduroy to himself. I don't have a pocket. He slid off the chair. I must go find something to make a pocket out of, he said, and he began to look around. First, he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in here to make a pocket out of, he said. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. This must be a cave, he said, sighing happily. I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave. When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, Corduroy was gone. Oh, Mommy, she exclaimed. Corduroy isn't here where I left him. I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon and we must be getting home. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. You can come back tomorrow, she said. I'm sure he will still be here. As they left, a young man wearing an artist beret was taking his wet laundry out of a bag, the very bag Corduroy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks. Look at his little head. Inside the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. How in thunder did that bear ever get mixed up with all my things? The artist wondered. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. The least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying, said the man thoughtfully. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, but the artist became inspired. This would make a wonderful painting, he said, as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors. I can hardly wait to get back to my studio. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling, and the man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called out, "Closing time. Everybody go." Corduroy was gently placed on top of a washing machine. I wonder who that bear belongs to, said the artist as he was leaving. Seems to me he should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost. As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. Maybe it's snow, he said excitedly. I've always wanted to play in the snow. It's a box of laundry flakes, and they are very soft. I don't know if they make them anymore. He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. Oh, what fun, he said with a smile. I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside. He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. This must be a cage, he said, peeking through the bars. I've never wanted to live inside a cage like a bear in the zoo. But by now, Corduroy felt drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. Next morning, when the manager came to open the door of the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. I left something here yesterday, she explained. May I look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. Lisa was searching under the chairs and in the back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call her. Is this what you're looking for, señorita? And do you see he has a broom to sweep up all the soap flakes that fell to the floor? Yes, yes, he's my best friend, shouted Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. So this is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time I took you home. Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door and down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, Corduroy said. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket? Asked Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. And here is a card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. The end. And here's Corduroy with his purple pocket and his name on the tag. Isn't that sweet? I love corduroy. And you can borrow those books from your library. So, day is done, gone the sun from the land, from the hills, from the sky. All is well. Safely rest. Sleep is nigh. Sleep is near. Big fancy word. Okay, so who comes out when it's dark out? Yahoo! Twinkle. Starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Did you wish for snow? Who wished for snow? Somebody wished for snow because we got snow. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I have a little story about a mouse. I found my mouse puppet. This is about a little mouse who wasn't sleepy at night, so he was going to run around. And he was going to climb up the clock. So this is a picture of a grandfather clock. And maybe you have a relative who has a clock like this in their house. They're very big. So this little nursery rhyme was written about a grandfather clock. And in the olden days, people did get mice in their house. It happened. Mice like to keep warm too, and if they can't find a mitten to crawl into, they're going to come into the house and crawl into the wall. But this little mouse, he just wanted to play. And he played in the middle of the night, like after midnight. So, can you get your clock out? When it's all quiet at night, all you can hear is the tick-tock, tick-tock. Hickory-dickory-dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, and down he ran. Hickory-dickory-dock. Hickory-dickory-dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck two. The mouse said, "Boo!" Hickory-dickory-dock. Hickory-dickory-dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck three. The mouse said, "Wee!" Hickory-dickory-dock. Hickory-dickory-dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck four. The mouse said, "No more. I want to go to bed now." Hickory-dickory-dock. Sometimes at night when you can't sleep, you just lay there and all of a sudden it's very loud. You hear a clock ticking. Oh boy. So it's getting time for Lily White's party. And you know what that means. Just snuggle into your Lily White sheets and plump up your pillow and get ready for bed. But I do have one more story for you. And maybe a song. Okay. So this is called, can you read those words? Yes Day. What do you call a day when every answer is yes? You call it Yes Day. It's by Amy Krauss Rosenthal and illustrated by Tom Lichtenheld. This is such a fun book. So here's the little boy. He's waking up in bed. He spies the calendar with a big circle around the day, and he says, "Yes! Today is my favorite day of the year. Yes Day." Just watch. You'll see what I mean. "Mommy, can I please have pizza for breakfast?" It's yes day. What do you think mommy's going to say? Yes. Yum, pizza for breakfast. Mommy, oh, Daddy, can I use your hair gel? And what's Daddy going to say? Of course, yes. And they're having their family photo taken, and he's spiked his hair. He looks pretty good, I think. Can I clean my room tomorrow? Well, it is yes day. Yes, you can clean your room tomorrow. Later, mess. Now, Mommy and him are going to the supermarket. Can I pick, Mommy? Yes, Mommy lets him pick all those cereals. Puff sugar cereal, marshmallow fluff cereal, big awesome toy inside cereal, Cocoa Crisps. Mommies like to say yes. Now, can we get ice cream? They're doing all their errands, and it's not lunchtime. It's morning. But can we get ice cream? Oh, yes. Can I eat lunch outside? Watch this. Yes. That's an interesting way to eat your lunch outside. Can we have a food fight? Oh boy. And there the family, Mommy, Daddy, and his sister and the dog are having a food fight outside. Food fights are fun. Outside, I think. Daddy, can we invent our own game? They're playing ping pong. And look at the game they invented. Throw the bucket of balls down the stairs and try to hit them all. How fun is that? Daddy, can I have a piggyback ride? Of course, it's yes day. Look at that. Oh boy. I hope you're not too big to still get piggyback rides. Daddy, can Mario come over for dinner? Yes. And guess what's for dinner? Spaghetti and meatballs. Can we stay up really late? Still yes day. And here they are staying up late, watching TV, eating popcorn. And now they're outside laying in the grass looking at the stars. Does this day have to end? Yes. It's the end of yes day. See you next year. That's what he says when he goes to bed. See you again next year. Don't you love that? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to say, this is how you say yes in German. Ja. Can you say ja? Ja. And how about yes in Japanese? Hi. Hi. In Chinese, yes is shidi. I think that's how you say it. Shidi or shide. But in Russian, it's easy. Da. French, you might have heard this word, oui. Oui, oui, monsieur. And in Spanish, very easy. Sí. Sí. So those are all the ways to say yes. You can borrow any of those books at the library. I hope you come in and see me. Bring your friends and family. Don't have food fights here, though. Anyway, let's do Skidamarink. Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo. I love you. Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-tink-a-tink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you, cha-cha-cha. So, nighty night, sleep tight, don't let the bugs bite. I don't think there's any bugs around in the winter, but I do. I wish you sweet dreams, a good night's sleep, and a happy day tomorrow. All right. I love you.